Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today, especially right before lunch. We are here to talk about how real-time, data-driven scoring can boost the impact of your campaigns. My name is Margaret Hofecker, and I am the Senior Product Marketing Manager at Echo Analytics. I'm joined today by Michael Coulson and Clément Carreau from Locala, which is a client that we've been working with for the past several years. I won't spend too much time presenting them as they will come on momentarily, but I will take a moment to give you a quick introduction to Echo. Echo is a French company founded by 3 data enthusiasts who recognized an opportunity to bridge a gap in the location intelligence market. Their idea was simple but impactful: to collect and convert raw, unprocessed data into reliable and powerful geospatial insights, fostering innovation in companies by reducing complexities and making the world easy to understand. Just to be clear, we are not an ad tech company. We are a data and AI company, and we have been working very hard over the past few years to build solutions that uncover valuable insights based on location intelligence. Without further ado, I'll hand over the presentation to Michael and Clément so they can tell you about how Locala has been using location intelligence to gain a deeper and more reliable understanding of consumer intent.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being with us today. So my name is Michael, and I'm the CPTO at Locala. For those of you who might not know who we are, we've been around for the past 13 years, and we started as a mobile DSP, so in the ad tech. Locala is ad tech. Since then, Locala has grown into an omni-channel platform that leverages insights and AI to help mostly marketers plan, activate, and measure personalized campaigns to the local consumer. So the key point there is omni-channel and local. But today we are here to talk about digital out-of-home and how data-driven insights can improve your campaigns. As the advertising industry continues to raise the bar on metrics, so mostly on viewability, attention, and brand safety, at Locala we do believe that the same standards should apply to digital out-of-home. This is why we introduce DOH scoring. DOH scoring is a new industry benchmark designed to ensure that your ads are seen by the right person at the right time. For example, when you do have an inventory available in one specific place, because it's on the physical world, you can think of peak hours with a lot of commuters. It's going to be one kind of population, but maybe the casual people that are just walking or passing by during the afternoon are not exactly the same. So you do need to take that into consideration. Our panel optimizer uses real-time data, real-time passerby data combined with audience insights to provide a score based on how likely your target audience is to see your ads. Again, we want to reduce the waste. The score allows us not just plan, but also optimize your campaign with greater precision. I will let Clément explain to you how we do it, and then I'll come back for a quick video that showcases the platform.
Hello, my name is Clément Carreau, and I'm the engineering manager of the data team at Locala. I'm just going to take a few minutes to talk to you about the data that we have and what we're doing with it. So the first data asset I'd like to talk about is our mobility data that we get from in-app SDKs. So for example, if you take out your mobile phone and you go on a weather app, if you gave your consent, we might receive your location data. We've been using this data for multiple years now in our media planning and drive-to-store attribution, and having access to the GPS coordinates, to the time of collection, and to a consistent device ID allows us to build consumer journeys and to really understand the way people move and the way people behave. The next data asset I'd like to talk about is our POI database fueled by Echo Analytics. We've also been using this data for multiple years, and it allows us to match the movements we see in the mobility data with real-world information. So it becomes possible to detect that a specific device was seen, let's say, in a Starbucks on Sunday at 10 a.m., or that another specific device ID is regularly seen at the gym from 7 to 8 p.m. every day of the week. So by combining those data assets, we can build what we call behavioral audiences, brand affinity audiences that we can effectively leverage in our OOH and DOOH campaigns. Using mobility data, we can also gain insights about who really has the opportunity to see your ad. To do so, we compute metrics, such as the number of distinct devices that we see around the panels, how long people are staying near the panels, how far they are staying from the panels, and of course, we take into account the panel size, because if it's big or if it's small, then the insight will be different. And by leveraging those audiences and those panel metrics, we can make sure that we deliver your campaign to your target audience with much greater precision. And Panel Optimizer will do exactly that, not only activating your panels based on their locations, but on your target audience as well. And finally, I'd like to talk about some of the technical challenges that we faced in implementing this solution, because of course none of this is easy. And the first thing I'd like to stress out is that you need to have lots and lots of data, and the data needs to be of good quality, because if you're missing mobility data, if you're missing POIs, and I mean brands, entire brands or entire verticals or markets, then your insights will be lacking, and then the decisions that you'll take won't be as accurate as you need them to be. So the first thing that you have to make sure of is that you have a lot of data and that it is of good quality so you can leverage that. The second thing that you need to be able to do is to compute and normalize the score. Because if you want to target people, let's say, that loves going to jewelry stores or that goes to restaurants multiple times a week, then chances are you're not going to want to target the same panels. So you need to look at those audiences that you've built. You need to look at the devices that you see around the panels, match them with the audiences. You need to look at those panel metrics that you've computed as well. And you need to build a score that is normalized and that you can use to say, okay, this is the best subset of panels for my campaign, because you want to really target, you want to really reach your target audience. And finally, and especially for DOOH, if you want to be able to fine-tune and to optimize your campaign during the campaign, you need to be able to compute all that on the fly. And I mean, you mean to be able to refresh your audiences as often as possible, because mobility data can change, people can change, the pattern can change, and you want to be able to react to that change as quickly as you can, so you can deliver your campaign correctly. So with that, I'm going to leave you with Michael, and he's going to show you the platform.
Thank you, Clément. So I'm going to use a video of the last live demo that we did. So this is the local app platform that we are using, and we are mostly using mobility data and audience insights, as Clément said. So you have two big pillars. The first one is the insight on the left that I'm not going to showcase there, but it's exactly when you do have the building footprint and the metadata of the place, you are able to understand what it is. It is a fast food, it is a restaurant, it is, I don't know, a coffee shop. There, what I'm interested in is to showcase the demo of the DOH. So I'll first start with some socio-demographic information and behavioral information. Behavioral are exactly what I said. For example, I'm going to take in this demo the jewelry stores. I want to understand people that have higher income in Toronto and that goes more often to those jewelry stores. So I'm just going to select lots of brands, track the people, where do they live, and then how we can define those high affinities areas. Everything that you see there is based mostly on mobility data, of course, but household data. So it's where do they live, so where can I find the best areas. So we do have access to several criteria when we build our audience, and we do showcase also an estimation of the reach in this specific area. Then I'm going to switch to the DOH piece especially. I will start to add some inventory because it matters for the people that are going to create the campaign. So I select entertainment, gas station, malls, and outdoor, and retail. My goal there is to showcase where those panels are, and if I want to filter out to identify only the high affinity areas, where do they live, those people? But again, it's not what we want to achieve, because passerby data bring way more value, especially when you want to optimize over the time. I don't want to put this ad always on. So over there, when you toggle the scoring, you're going to switch, and everything is going to be linked to passerby data. And then what you see there is in which zip code, which postal code in Canada, what kind of panel type, and what kind of time slot you should take into consideration when you're going to do your campaign. Everything is refreshed on a weekly basis. You can play with the builder that we do have over there that is going to help you filter out the areas that doesn't make sense. And also, as you can see on the top, you have 3,000 venues and more than 700 million of impressions. So you can see how strong and robust you want to play with the score. If you do have lots of inventory to deliver, lots of impressions, maybe you're going to take more information and more panels. But if you do want to deliver just a small amount of information, you're good. So just to finish on this part, everything that we do at Locala is usable. So with this platform, we're able to do both, so the planning and the optimization based on the score. It changes every week, so your campaign is going to have a departing that is going to be different. But you can also leverage this feature, especially the curation of screens. We do that with several partners. They send us a list of taxonomy that they want to score their panels against. They decide the refresh patterns, and then we send back the information. And we also built a direct integration with one bidder, so in the DOH DSP. It's a bit more technical in the ad tech. But we are able to optimize their campaign on the fly, so it's in real time. They send us the taxonomy, and we tell them the reach that we are able to see and if the patterns change. And that's it for us, and thank you for your time.